Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 10 of Benjamin Magnus Plays Kerbal Space Program. Now if you're wondering why there's been a bit of a hiatus, and it's been because I've been very busy and these episodes tend to require a lot of recording for a little bit of footage, and because I have tried to record episodes of me getting to Min-Miss and have failed a good 6 or 7 times, mostly because I couldn't get enough control in space of my spacecraft to, even get it pointing in the correct direction. So what I did was I went back, I did a couple little contracts to get enough science to unlock these guys right here, the thrusters. Now these thrusters will allow me to use monopropellant from fuel tanks like these, and this one, to, it basically is like compressed air, so I could use it to, make small adjustments to my course in space and stuff like that without having to burn my thrusters. So what I'm going to do is from now on, I think I'm going to mostly time compress the construction and time compress me getting into space and things like that. So I'm going to check out, compress all of this stuff down, and I'll be back when I'm ready to burn to Min-Miss. Alright, I'm on the launch pad. I added in some new components here. Oh, I didn't know I could pan like that with shift. Oh well. I added in the RCS thrusters, the monopropellant, and incline reaction wheel, which will it'll use power to give me more control over the ship. And I think that's it. I fixed the staging so it should work correctly, and now I'm going to I'm going to launch off right here real quick. Make sure that I do not have the RCS on. I don't want to use it here, but I'm going to launch myself into space, and I will be back in just a second. Okay, we're in a stable orbit above the planet here, above planet Kerbal, and I didn't even end up using my RCS thrusters here because I think my incline reaction wheel gave me enough oomph to give me control over it. But I'll turn them on briefly, and I'll try to move a little, and as you can see, it starts thrusting little poofs of air. It's like using compressed air, and you can see over there the monopropellant goes down a little bit every time I use it. So we're going to turn that off, though. That's the R key turns it off. And I got to keep an eye on my electrical charge now that I'm out here, because all this automated stuff, when I'm not using the thrusters recharge the batteries. When I'm not using them, all this stuff is drawing power. So what I'm going to do is extend my panels so that even when I'm not using my thrusters, my batteries will recharge. As long as they are getting hit by sunlight, I'm on the dark side of the planet right now. The sun is occluded, so they're not going to start charging right now, I don't think. They might be doing me a little bit. Let's see. Sun exposure 0, energy flow 0. No, they're not doing anything at the moment. But my probe is in orbit now. I have almost these 2 entire fuel tanks to use, and I've got this one up here on my last stage, so I'm perfectly fine in terms of fuel. So now the trick is to not to get to the moon, but to get all the way over here to Minmus. So we're going to set our target over there, and if you'll notice, there's a difference between the orbit of the moon and the orbit of Minmus. Minmus is cocked a little off to the side. So my first... Actually, I might not even have to do it in 2 burns. What I could easily do is probably take care of that in 1 burn. Alright, the thing is... Okay, let's get it so it's out like this. And let's see if we can plot ourselves anything close to a intercept. Intercept will be close over here. Let's check this out. See, now it's up too high, so what we're going to need to do is... Oh, I actually think I had it for a second, right there. That's close. Now, I think I need to do the blue. Is it blue? Let's see, which one is going to alter my orbit in the correct direction? Doesn't look like it's blue. Maybe it's got to be purple. I want to cock it off to the side, kind of like that. There we go, that's what I was shooting for. Now let's less burn. Now I'm not going to need as much power to do that. Okay, that's better. And let's try to plot ourselves an intercept course now, a better intercept course. And it looks like I'm close over here. Maybe a little bit more power. What am I missing here? Trying to get this as close as I can, but... Alright, I'm gonna compress this again so I'm not wasting I'm not wasting so much time messing around with this. So I'll be, as soon as I get myself a stable orbit, I'll come right back. Okay, I've been screwing around with this for quite a long while now, and I finally have myself a plotted Minmus encounter. Oh, I am clearly not very good at this, and maybe not even ready to try something like this, but we're gonna give it a shot. I did, after a couple tries, just cock my orbit off to the side. Basically, you just head into a 90 or a, like, 180, or 90 or 270, I think it is. Something like that. You know, go 90 degrees off to the side and burn that way, and it kind of cocks your orbit like that. So we're going to try to make it to min-miss with this burn. And as you can see, still plenty of fuel left. I think we're going to make a pretty close moon encounter on this. And if you may have noticed in the time compression, I have been checking my power, and we're doing pretty good. These guys provide plenty of electricity, even though they're not facing the sun right now. That one is. This one's not. They've been providing plenty of electricity to keep my battery all charged up and all systems go. So let's get this guy faced in the right direction. Maybe now that it's just this long tube, it's super easy to control the spin. That's slowed. Enough of that nonsense. Let's slow that down. And this is, again, this is without the RCS. With the RCS, it's even easier. I wonder how much monopropellant. I've used a little bit of my monopropellant. And it uses tiny bursts every once in a while if you have it on to keep yourself basically oriented correctly. But we're going to try to make our first min-miss encounter. I do have to wait 35-ish minutes to you know, get to the right point in my orbit to achieve the burn correctly. So we're just going to use a little bit of time compression. I have sworn off the higher time compression. It messes me up too much. Maybe it's just maybe it's my computer. Maybe I've got too much stuff running or something like that. But it tends to make the computer chug and skip a beat, and that usually ends up messing me up. So let's use the lower ones just for a little bit. Get ourselves close. All right, we're close enough. Let's just start our burn. Thrust all the way up. 57 seconds. I might use all of my fuel. I kind of doubt it. I don't think I'm going to use all of my fuel, but I'm going to use a hefty amount of it. I don't know, maybe. I'm already at 50%. It is at 50% fuel, but I still have one engine left and an entire unused fuel tank up here, so I should be fine. I don't think I'm going to have a problem. I don't think fuel is going to be a problem for me for a little while, at least. Just because I do really like that booster section you've seen so many times. It tends to work quite well into getting me into orbit with a solid amount of fuel left. And by solid, I don't mean solid fuel, I mean a good amount. And we're about to hit that kind of, you know, exponential point on this, so let's cut back on this, on our thrusters. I am probably going to get pretty close to the moon because I just saw a small moon encounter there. So let's get all the way up. All the way up. Oh, just a little tiny bit of thrust. At this point, I just need a little tiny bit of thrust to keep this going correctly. And there. I think that's it. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, did I do too much? I think I burned too much. So let's fix that. Let's fix that. I need to get that encounter back. I shouldn't have done that. This is like such narrow margins as it is. So there's no undo button, but there is retrograde. So we're just gonna find our retrograde indicator and burn just a very slight amount. There. Stop, Ben. Stop. Okay. Whew! Alrighty, and now I am pointing retrograde, so my ship is heading this way. Let's spin her around. It does look like a probe, doesn't it? It looks like it should. This is the yellow one is my indicator for the direction of travel right there. Let's turn on our RCS just to get a better control of this right here. That incline reaction wheel really lets me control the roll really well. Turn the RCS off. I still have fuel left over. That makes me happy. Okay. Alrighty. We are on our way to min-miss. So I am going to use time compression in the game and time compression in editing to get there quickly. Okay, we're back. Let's try to find Minus real quick here. See, where's the planet? Oh, there it is. There she is. There she blows. Now, I am not exactly in an orbit right now. Clearly, you can see that right over here. But what I need to do is burn retrograde, and that should get me into an orbit perfectly fine. That's because I got 2 hours before I'm on an escape trajectory, and I'm no longer in the orbital, like the gravitational field of Minmus here. So let's point retrograde. I should be able to burn in retrograde, and this should curve over this way. So let's give that a shot. Having a little trouble controlling this guy here. Okay, we're retrograde. Burn. Come on. Alright, this is not exactly going as planned. Oh, there's the curve, there's the curve. Woo, woo! There it is. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Look at that orbit! Jesus Christ, that is ever wonky. Alright, now what I'm going to need to do is get to the periapsis here, and we'll try again. Oof. 4 days to get to the periapsis from where I am right now, so let's get some time compression going. This is rough. This is not ideal. And look at Meckel Kerman zipping around the planet over there. Meckel, that's such an interesting name. Okay. 3 days, 3 hours. Speed. Oh, I don't like using time compression this much, but I don't want to time compress in editing anymore. Okay. We're close enough. So we'll go find the retrograde indicator again over here. Let's try to get some better orientation for myself by rotating. And there we are. We'll burn. And bam! There it is. That tiny little bit of burn was all that was needed. And there we go. We just hit a contract. We just achieved orbit around Minmus. Let's check out. We still have some fuel left in this big tank, so I should be perfectly fine getting back. Now, how high is that orbit? It's pretty high, I think. 1.39, yeah, about 2 million. So this is a really, like, you know, it's pretty eccentric in that it's not exactly circular. We're cocked off to the side, and it's a pretty high orbit, too. So now what we're going to do is do what we came out here for. We're going to grab our materials bay. Alright, the high radiation environment caused a few of the samples to glow. It looks like it would be fun to paint the rocket with this. And inoperable after transmitting, so we can't transmit it, but we are going to recover 100 science from this. I was hoping for a little bit more than that, but it is just orbit around Minmus, and we should get some science for doing that. I would love to land on Minmus. And I think to land on Minmus, though, and get back, I think that is asking too much from me. So what's probably going to happen is I will maybe try to send a lander to Minmus and transmit back some information there. That'll probably be good. But what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to end this episode right here in our successful orbit around Minmus. It took me a good couple tries to get here, and it's been like a week since I've been able to post this episode. So what I'm going to do is cut it here, and then I think I'll probably put up the next episode of me attempting to get back to Kerbal with my science and everything. So if you have enjoyed this, I really hope you have, because I have enjoyed it. Drop me a like, leave me a comment, and if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Kerbal Space Program, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.